Hi guys, this is Wandering Swordsman with us, and here back with another video, and we're doing what if Naruto was OP but betrayed. And guys, um, this blah, blah. Please like, comment something, cause I just saying, I didn't receive any recommendations for what abilities Naruto would have with the Rinnegan, and Naruto's slowly gonna get into abilities, so like until I'm gonna give you until the next video to give me more ideas about what Naruto should get as a Rinnegan move. And please, I am begging you, even if you're watching this kind of like doing something else but watching it at the same time, just please comment something, because I need an idea. But yeah, let's just get right into the video. So we left off where Jiraiya is in Hiruzen's office, and Naruto walks in and sees Jiraiya, and is like, "So, Hiruzen, who's this?" And Hiruzen introduces Jiraiya, and he's like, "Nice to meet you. My name's Jiraiya." And Naruto kind of takes a liking to getting kind of greeted by someone bigger than him. He's like, "So, what did you call me here for?" He's like, "Well then, Naruto boy, I want you to train with Mr. Jiraiya. One of the... Actually, I'll keep that encapsulated. But I want you to train with this man." And Naruto's like, "Okay. And, reason?" He's like, "Well then, I'm going to give you a mission. And a mission to you, Jiraiya. I want both of you to head and look for one of the legendary Sanin, Tsunade Senju." And Naruto kind of looks like, "Tsunade? I was taught that she was one of the legendary Sanin." And Jiraiya's like, "And on the way, I'll teach you a thing or two." And Naruto's kind of like, "Well then, I'm ready." So Hiruzen says, "Well then, you could leave now, or you could prepare and leave tomorrow." And Naruto says, "Let's leave tomorrow." So Naruto gets ready. He packs up his stuff, and he kind of like kneels down next to his mom and dad's grave. He's like, "Dad, uh, I'll be leaving for a few days. Please don't miss me." And kind of cries a little in front of his mom and dad's grave. He's like, "I promise I'll avenge you for everything Itachi has done." And he kind of heads over to the entrance of the Leaf Village. And in the entrance of the Leaf Village, he kind of stands there, and Jiraiya's on the way, and he's like, "Yo, sup?" And Naruto's like, "So, you ready to go?" And, like, they're on the way, and they're finding a few places, and looking at a few places, and Naruto's kind of like, "So, what were you going to teach me exactly?" And Jiraiya's like, "So, your father, the fourth Hokage, used to call this technique the Rasengan." And Naruto's like, the Rasengan. And Naruto's kind of talking to Jiraiya. And Jiraiya kind of says, "Well then, let's stop here at this hotel." And they stop there at that hotel. And Jiraiya says, "Well then, take this." And he hands Naruto a balloon. And Jiraiya kind of demonstrates what, how to pop the balloon with chakra. And Jiraiya kind of does it, and then Naruto kind of does it, and then Jiraiya says, "So, seems like you're pretty advanced with chakra control." And Naruto's like, "Yeah." And he gives him the second balloon. Naruto pops it in the third try. And then the next balloon, it kind of takes Naruto 1 hour, and he has it. And then Jiraiya shows Naruto the actual Rasengan. And Naruto does it, but it disappears. Then Naruto does it again, and he has it. Remember, Naruto is a extreme prodigy. And basically, Naruto, um, kind of like looks at Jiraiya like, damn, how much time would have it taken him to actually learn it? And he kind of asks Jiraiya, Jiraiya, how much time did it take you to learn this technique? And Jiraiya's like, 2 years. Yeah, I'm just gonna make it 2 years for the plot's sake. And um, Naruto kind of looks at Jiraiya like, excuse me? It's like, yes, it took me 2 years to learn this technique. And Naruto's like, well, it took me a few hours. Well, shit. And Jiraiya kind of looks at Naruto like, he's definitely the prodigy that Hiruzen told me he was. And Jiraiya kind of looks at Naruto and is like, well then, there's something I've kept from you. And then Jiraiya and Naruto head to the forest. And yes, I know, if some of you might have remembered, that Jiraiya was supposed to first teach Naruto summoning. But I wanted to kind of move it to a later standpoint just for plot sake. So, yeah, I'm always using the excuse as plot sake. But, yeah. So, it's been 6 minutes. Damn, dude. So, Naruto and Jiraiya head to the forest. And Jiraiya's kind of, like, well then, time to teach you my summoning. And Naruto kind of looks at Jiraiya like, okay. And Naruto says, well then, what shall we do? And Naruto, or no, Jiraiya, shows Naruto the simple summoning technique. And he summons a simple frog. 5 times the size of Naruto. And he's like, damn, that thing's big. And Naruto kind of does it. And first try, nothing happens. But second try, Naruto's get glofted into the air. And then comes out Gamabunta. And Gamabunta does the exact same thing as Canon. But this time Naruto doesn't fall into the ravine. And Naruto kind of says, well then, what do you want? And he's like, where's Jiraiya boy? And he's like, Jiraiya? He's like, yes, he's the one who summoned me, right? And then Naruto says, no, I summoned you. And Gamabunta starts to laugh hysterically and is like, you didn't summon me, what are you talking about? And Naruto's kind of like, you think I didn't? And activates a Sharingan. Gamabunta gets put into a Genjutsu, but comes out of it easily. He's like, interesting, kid. You have the copy wheel Genjutsu, do you? And, Naruto is kind of like, so, you know my dojutsu then. And Gamabunta starts to say, well then, I see you're worthy enough. And I also can sense your chakra. Even though you might be concealing it, you have high amounts of chakra, kid. Well, yeah, maybe you could actually have summoned me. And Gamabunta kinda heads over to Jiraiya, where he sensed chakra and is like, so, this little kid was the one who summoned me. And Jiraiya's like, yeah. And he's like, well then, he's a little kid to be summoning big toads like these. And Gamabunta is like, well then. He reverse summons him. No. Naruto reverse summons Gamabunta. No, I don't remember. No, actually, you know what? He kind of dispels the summoning, and Gamabunta goes back. And Gamabunta's like, that's an interesting kid, isn't he? There's a different feeling about him. And Naruto kind of looks at Jiraiya like, so, Jiraiya, who was that? And how did he know you? And sorry if you get the slurping sound. I am drinking something to keep my mouth undry because I don't want to have to pause and go find water and drink it. So, Jiraiya and Naruto head back, and yeah, so they head back, and Naruto, they stop at a hotel, and wait, Give me a second. So, wait, let me pause the video for a second. Okay, so basically, they rent the hotel, and Naruto and Jiraiya go out to the festival. And they kind of, after the long night of eating and searching, they kind of see, they kind of go to a sake house, and they kind of get inside and they kind of order some food, and Jiraiya orders sake. And you can, Jiraiya hears in the background screaming that sounded like Tsunade. And he looks behind them and looks over and says, and at the same time, both of them say Tsunade and the other one says Jiraiya. And Tsunade and Jiraiya kind of looking at each other. And Jiraiya kind of explains the fact that the fourth Hokage has died. And that they knew a new Hokage, the fifth Hokage. And Tsunade's kind of like, no. And Naruto and Jiraiya's kind of like, I know she said something like this. And Naruto's like, what? And Naruto kind of says, why don't you want to become Hokage? He's like, well, I don't think Hokage. And starts saying her speech about how Hokage are not good and stuff like that. And Naruto kind of looks at, kind of says the own thing that he said about how Hokage, they help people and they save them and stuff like that. And then it happens. Tsunade says, try to learn the Rasengan. And Naruto kind of shows Tsunade the Rasengan. And he's like, so, he's learned it already? And Jiraiya kind of looks at Tsunade like he's a fast learner. Faster than anyone I've ever met. He is the fourth Hokage's son. Oh, sorry, I had to burp. Tsunade kind of looks at her. Oh, hiccups. Wait, let me pause. I'm gonna get rid of these hiccups. Okay, so I got rid of the video. Wait, let me pause again. Sorry, guys. My sister was kind of screaming in the other room, and I didn't want you guys to hear that because no one actually wants to hear anyone in the other room screaming and in the video. So, basically, we kind of move on to Tsunade saying that if Naruto can beat Tsunade, then she will become the what is it called? The Hokage. And Tsunade kind of looks at Naruto. It's like, he looks so much like my little brother. I won't let him die too. I won't let him die for the stupid dream of becoming Hokage. And Naruto can tell, like, he can verbally and physically tell that Tsunade is mad and sad and wants to prove Naruto wrong. And he's like, and if I also win, Tsunade says, if you also win, I'll give you this necklace. And Naruto says, so what's that necklace? And Jiraiya kind of explains to Naruto it's the first Hokage's necklace. And Tsunade says, no, it's more of a curse. I'm the only one who can wear it and not die. And we kind of see the flashback of Tsunade's boyfriend and Tsunade's brother, who both had the necklace on, and both had died. And Tsunade, in her mind, thought, well, let's see what this kid can do. And Tsunade kind of looks at Naruto and says, well then, start! And Naruto disappears. He body flickers. So fast for a kid, but not fast enough. And kind of blocks Naruto's attack. But then that was a clone. And with one finger, Tsunade touches the ground as soon as Naruto was about to throw a right hook. And he kind of crumbles down. But then the clone pops a substitution jutsu was used. And Naruto's above Tsunade using a fireball jutsu. And Tsunade kind of punches it away, but the fire force was too much, and she kind of gets dug into the ground. And they're both the head to head, going as fast as they both can. And Naruto puts a seal on her, says, "Activation, absorbing jutsu," and the seal starts to absorb Tsunade's chakra. And Tsunade's trying to use every dispelling jutsu she knows, but none of them are strong enough to dispel the seal. And her chakra ends up getting totally put into a ball. And this is when Tsunade starts looking like, well, no, had enough chakra to keep her. She had enough chakra to keep her fake body on. And Tsunade says, "What did you do?" He's like, "This is what I call a seal." And she kind of puts the seal um on Tsunade, the god crafting seal, and she kind of sees the fact that she's a senju, so he gets Hashirama cells, and so he gains the wood style naturally. He gains wood style naturally, so he doesn't get it from seal. So even if their seal from her was dispelled, he would still have the uh, wood style. And I'm just, even if this isn't the case, he still has it, just for plot's sake. And Naruto, during the fight, he dispels the jutsu and shows, well, not doesn't dispel it. He kind of touches the seal that was put on her neck, and this was very sensitive. She's like, and he kind of grabs a ball of chakra, and he's like, "If I eat this chakra," kind of putting it to his mouth. He's like, and Tsunade says, "No, you kill me." It's like, and then he puts it back into the seal. He's like, "Whenever I want, I can activate this." And basically, Naruto takes it off. He says, "But you're okay." And all her normal chakra comes back. And basically, she heads off, and she kind of says, "Well then, here." And she gives the necklace to Naruto. And Naruto is like, "Thank you." And so you become Hokage then. And Naruto says, "Yes." So, Naruto's in the, I don't know if this is a real, well, I kind of changed up, or if this isn't the way it changes, I think it might, I think I might have changed the timeline, but I think it's, I thought, well, I'm saying that it is, uh, changing the timeline, but if it isn't changed, then good. But if it is changed, then good as well, because I kind of wanted to change it at the same time. So Naruto is in the room, and this is the day where Naruto was supposed to train his chakra, but Naruto's just laying down on the bed, kind of thinking about everything that Tsunade said, and he gets a knock at the door, and it's daytime, and he opens the door and sees Itachi and Kisame, and this turns Naruto into instant rage mode. His three Tomomu turns into Mangekyo, and he rages at the monster chakra that he's getting. And Naruto's like, "Itachi!" And puts up the Rasengan, and Chidori in the other hand, and kind of charges at uh, Itachi. And Itachi kind of puts Naruto in a genjutsu, but Naruto dispels it as fast as Itachi put it on Naruto, and then he became immune to any genjutsu that Itachi would use. And Naruto kicks Itachi straight in the jaw, and this kind of blasts Itachi to the other to the wall. And this was a uh, a clone. And then Naruto's going off, and Kisame is like, "What an interesting boy." And then he goes, "Samiyara!" And he kind of slashes Naruto. But Naruto kind of body flicks, just like, "Do not get in the way!" And punches Kisame straight in the stomach. He's like, "Die, die, 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 die." And he takes Kisame's sword and kind of Even though Naruto is fueling Samihara with so much chakra, but it's keeping Samihara in a kind of contained state. And he says, "I'll beat you with this sword," and brings out the katana executioner blade that Naruto had in the back of his, in his on his bed, and he's like, "Itachi!" And starts cutting. It starts trying to cut Itachi down. He's like, "Calm down, Naruto," and he kind of bitch slaps Naruto, and this brings Naruto back to his senses. He's like, "Why are you here?" Says Naruto's like, "I came here to get the Nine Tails." He's like, "So what? You're gonna try to kill me then?" He's like, "No." But Naruto, as soon as that conversation was over, he's like, "I don't care. I don't care." And Naruto starts starting to try to cut Itachi down. And Jiraiya can listen to the commotion because he wasn't in the room. And he's like, "Damn it. I sensed the chakra. It was Itachi's chakra. What if could have been the Akatsuki?" No, yeah, the Akatsuki. And he's like, "Yes, damn it. The Akatsuki must have come from Naruto." And he kind of teleports to the room and sees that Kisame is on the floor, bleeding out. Not bleeding out, kind of like knocked out, and it's no, yes, yeah. So Naruto looks at, well, yeah, he looks at the fight that Itachi and Naruto are having, and then Naruto and the Itachi used Amaterasu, but Naruto dodges the Amaterasu. Says, what is this?" And he's like, "Get away from that, Naruto!" And he acts as fast as he could. Just that his robe got on fire, and he's like, "Take that off now, Naruto!" And he takes it off. He's like, "What is that, Jiraiya?" It's like, "It's a flame. Don't ever get touched by that flame, or sadly you'll die as soon as it does, or as soon as you do." And Naruto's like, "Okay then." And he starts to fire up a jutsu. It's like, "Time to use this." And Naruto's like, "Time to use what?" It's like, "I fused the Chidori, Rasengan, and Rasen Bomb into one jutsu," and then appears a kind of like let's say use your imagination to think about this. So basically, think about a Rasengan. It is still, it's like a Jubi bomb, so it has all those Jubi thingies, and it's still spinning. Think about a beast bomb, put kind of a rusting on aesthetic on it, and put a blasting electricity just blasting all over it. It's like, this is what I call, what should I call it? What should I call it? Just for now, maybe the Nometaru. No, 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 no. It's gonna have no name. You guys get to name it. Whatever name I like the best, I'll put. And if I get no comments, then I'll just put it myself. But he's like, "Well then, Itachi, uh, take this to size," and kind of throws it at Itachi. And Itachi is fast, but was not fast enough to dodge it in the amount of time that he had. And it hits Itachi, and everything behind it, or the jutsu, every single tree in that forest got cut down, and not like a blunt weapon, but it got cut. Like, think about getting cut by an axe. The wind sharpness of all of that cut every single tree down. The electricity deteriorized it, and the bomb blew it all up. So it will all of things behind him where it ended up touching the bomb, it all blew up like a nuclear bomb. Just that it didn't hit anyone. And Itachi's like, "Well then, we won't get the nine tails now. So brother, you've gotten strong." I'll see how strong you've gotten. And Naruto's kind of like, damn it, Itachi! And Itachi says, see you later, brother. And Naruto tries to chase after Itachi, and Jiraiya says, no, they're already gone. And then Jiraiya kind of slaps Naruto straight across the face. He's like, what is that for an old man? He's like, Naruto, you still are such a child. Look at what you've done. You've broken everything. You've destroyed buildings, trees. You probably destroyed some people's homes. And Naruto says like, but don't! Naruto, your blinding rage is what has brought everything upon everyone who was here. I don't think that you're ready yet. I don't think you're ready for my training yet. It seems like you need to first control your anger. And remember, all of Naruto's anger, bloodlust, was kept inside of him for 12 years. So all of it came out in a rushing, like a rushing river. And believe me, that river's pressure was enough to destroy a city in its weakest form. Naruto releasing all his rage into one point would have destroyed most of a country if Naruto was in max form as a normal Jinchuriki. But Hagoromo, it's kind of like, so Naruto, let's see how this progresses. And Hagoromo, Indra, Ashira, and Hamura kind of watched Naruto, but have decided that they'll kind of let Naruto calm down, have a relaxing, or have a time to relax. And Tsunade, seeing all the damage Naruto has done, is kind of surprised that a kid that's only 12 years old is more powerful than maybe even the 3 legendary Sanin. And Tsunade says, well, let's see what I can do about this. And the next day, Tsunade's kind of like, Naruto. He's like, yeah? It's like, if you pass the next tuning exams, then I, Tsunade Senju, will train you in the ways of the 100 healings. And Naruto's like, what? It's like, a healing ninja as well. Interesting. And Naruto's kind of like, well then. Okay, I'm all for it. And then we move on to, well, let me think. Okay, so, um, wait, wait, wait. I rescheduled. I think I might have rescheduled. Wait, let me see. Because now that I'm thinking, I might have not done what I wanted to do. Oh God, if this doesn't work out the way I wanted to, give me a second. Okay, so it is working the way I wanted to. So the reason, if you guys might have found or caught on, that the tuning exams were supposed to happen first before Naruto met Tsunade, but I wanted to give kind of Naruto that medical ninja thing, and Naruto says sure, why not, and then he starts calling her Grane Tsunade, and Tsunade kind of has this thing for Naruto, and like when I say thing, I do not mean like I want to date you thing. I mean like this son and mother, like like his mother and father died, so she feels kind of like this connection with Naruto that you would normally feel if you had a brother or a son. So basically, Naruto heads back to the village, and Naruto is ready to start the Chunin exams. Cause as soon as he came back, the Chunin exams were already about to start. So Naruto gets prepared, and Naruto heads in. And um wait. Let me think about this. Think about this. Okay, yeah. Let me pause because I want to make sure that everything I had in mind happens. Because I do not want to mess up for you guys. So yeah, I just want to double check. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna kind of like change my spot because there's a lot of noise and you guys might be able to hear that stuff. But regardless, let's get right into the videos. If you guys can hear the whole entire noise in the background, that is because my family is being the bad boy. Wait, let me pause. So basically, Naruto, if you guys can hear that little boxy sound, it's kind of got into like my, well, I'm sitting on my desk, so, and, well, I have like a separate room where it's not a lot of space, but it is still my room. So, basically, Naruto, and is kind of walking and making his way to his house, and it's the day of the Chunin exam, and he's making sure that he's gonna pack his stuff in his house and get out as soon as he can. And basically, Naruto sees that, or yes, sees that there's a kid getting bullied, and it is Konohamaru, and you can see that a guy is bullying him. He's like, let him go. He's like, and who are you exactly? And he sees that he bumped into him, and he's like, yo, let the kid go. It's like, and what are you doing getting in our business? And Naruto says, you're literally carrying a kid. You're bullying a kid because he bumped into you? And Naruto said, well, the guy said, well, yeah, he says, I don't give a shit. He still bumped into me. And then finally, it's like, what's your name, dude? And he says, my name's Kankuro. And he can feel the bloodlust coming from the, if you guys heard that door slam, it's my sister, she's being a bitch. And you can hear feel the bloodlust coming from Gaara. He's like, Kankuro, let the kid go. He's just a kid. And Kankuro says, tell this little twat to say sorry to me. And Naruto's like, kind of like, yo, just leave the kid alone. Like, what are you gonna do about it? And he's kind of standing over, and he says, do you want to die? Says Gaara, and he's like, no, it's no. Then kind of, Naruto steps up, like kind of body flickers. And he's like, do you want to die? Speaking to Kankuro, and he's like, get the kid. He's like, thank you. And Gaara kind of comes down the tree. He's like, so you're powerful for Genin, aren't you? Genin, aren't you? And Naruto's kind of like, and who are you? And don't look at me with those eyes, bloodlusted. And Gaara's kind of like, he's like me, another man who's getting everything taken from him. And Gaara is kind of talking with Naruto's like, so you have the eyes. He's like, so I have the eyes of what? And Gaara says, you have the eyes just like mine, the eyes of hatred. And Naruto says, well, if I do, then too bad for me, or too bad for you. But I really don't care what my eyes are. And then flares a shotting gun, and he's like, these are my true eyes. And Gaara kind of gets... And Naruto kind of steps up to Gaara and puts his hand on his soldier. I always call it soldier. I'm gonna call it soldiers. He puts his arm on his soldier. Shoulder. Bro, my guy. My pronunciation skills are bad. Shoulder. And he's like, Gaara isn't able to feel it, but Naruto put a kind of put his hand on Gara, and Naruto's like, wow, and he feels the sand. It's not a Kikai, but it's more like a jutsu or like a manipulation. But Naruto, remember, that seal gives him, and it's the God creation skill or the God creation seal, and he gets the sand. He's like, so, and he kind of puts his hand on Naruto. Sorry guys if you guys heard that stomping. That was my brother. He's kind of being a little annoying. He's kind of right next to me. He's my little brother, kind of trying to smack me right now. So, basically, Conqueror's like, thank you. No, not Conqueror. Konohamaru is like, thank you. Might I get your name? Like, my name's Naruto. And he's like, Big Boss Naruto. And Naruto's like, fine, you can call me Big Boss Naruto. Like, don't get in trouble. And Konohamaru is looking at Naruto like, I want to be like him someday. And sheesh. And Konohamaru was like, I'm gonna fight with this kid to the end of my life. They're kind of looking at him with stars in his eyes, like kind of like Jim Morty would. And I was just like, fine, kid. And he heads over to the training exams, and he's sitting in the seat. And he's like, so, and Naruto comes out and sees the guy. And bro, if you guys, my god, that shit's annoying, my dude. So basically, Naruto heads over to the starter, the first exam, and the pork. My god, let me just wait till that's gone. Okay, my dudes. So yeah, and Naruto backs his things. He goes to the tuning exams, and he sits down, and the proctor Ibiki says, well then, let's start the exams. And here is where I leave it off, guys. Hope you guys like the video. If you guys do, please leave a comment down below. Remember, I'm still looking for people, or please just comment. I beg of you, what abilities you guys want Naruto to have with the Rinnegan, and also Mangekyo abilities, because Naruto is going to have the Amaterasu, but I want to give him one other ability with the Mangekyo. So I mean, regardless, let's get right into the let's get out of this video, and please like, please subscribe. I mean, if you guys want to, and leave a comment down below. And yeah, I love you guys. Hope you guys have a nice day, and yeah, see you later, guys. I'm posting this right now, so yeah, bye guys.